right. Good morning, y'all. Oh, let's look at that. We don't have music going yet. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today? I hope everyone is doing awesome. I know I'm doing well myself. Was trading stocks earlier today, and market's just ripping, man. Going crazy today. It's just going ham. What's going on? We've taken two trades in the sim today, but I've been scalping today, just so like three ticks and five contracts. So we're up $375 on the day. Um, so let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so we got the pullbacks. Pull back to the 35, and be interesting to see if we bounce from here. The market's definitely been bullish all week, pretty much since the beginning of October. We did get a jobs report that just came out about a half an hour ago, which was right here at 7 o'clock, where we saw this big rip. Now, the ES is a bit extended off of the volume weighted average price. You can see the VWAP right here, down at 3760, but the VWAP's been steadily climbing up while we consolidate at these areas here by 3,800. So the more that the VWAP steadily climbs up, the less extended this looks, and the better it looks for more long-term continued momentum to the upside. So oddly enough, the two trades that we took, we actually took shorts off of this level here. But you can see an incredibly strong resistance right there at this 37.95 zone. Like, look how many times this tested. Like, it pretty much came up and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles out of 8 that tested to get rejected. So still haven't made the purchase yet for the 50K evaluation, although I do feel like we'll be doing that soon. I just didn't get around to it yet, and I don't really want to do it on stream. New candle forming right now. Going for a few more ticks, going for 5. Wanted to join the bid right there, but kind of missed it. Trying to get in just now at 37.94. Looks like I think we're going to get this breakout over 37.95 now. I'm going to cancel that and just join the bid. All right, going for 5 ticks to the upside, which would be like 37.96. We did reject 37.95, but I don't think this rejection is going to last. I do think that this is going to continue to push up and test the highs of the day. 3,800 is really kind of the line in the sand. If we can break over 3,800, I think that we have room to run up to like 38.10, maybe like 38.05, 38.10. 38.15 if it goes really crazy. But I try to trade more than $50 above the volume and average price. Essentially, if we hit that level at 50 above or 50 below the VWAP, it's almost like that's as far as it's allowed to go in either direction. Did reject 37.95, but I still think this is going to come back up for a couple of reasons. Number one, we got the cyan switch happening on the TTM. Number two, we got the 9 above the 12. Number three, the 9 and the 12 are both crossing above the 26. And number four, we already kind of did some consolidation and bouncing off of the 35 already. So I do think that we have this opportunity here to actually move up. 37.94 was the original entry. Didn't get it. Should have actually just held out for it because we ended up getting filled at 37.94.75, which is 3 ticks higher than I wanted to be. And 3 ticks makes a big difference in futures. On the 3-minute chart, we're still cooling. So this trade that I'm currently in doesn't look great. 3-minute chart looks pretty decent on the 1. Let's check the 5. Doesn't look bad on the 5 though. Really, this is like a break over this 5. This would absolutely be like a 5-minute breakout. We got this green candle popping up over this 5. So I don't like that that's dojing on the 5-minute though. And the next 5-minute ends in about 1 minute, or sorry, 2 minutes. Math. Let's head back to this. And let's get zoomed in for this trade. So this 37.95 really is the line in the sand. How you guys doing today, by the way? What's up, Tiny? Good to see you. but it's okay. Am I muted? I don't think so. Can you not hear me? Can you guys not hear me? Hang on. Now I have to check this. Tiny, can you hear me? Like, can you actually hear me? Because now I'm kind of like tripping a little bit. Like, yo, am I muted? Let's get you can hear me now? Okay, that's odd. I was kind of like tripping out there, like, "Whoa, yo, what?" Like we was streaming for like 10 minutes. Um, all right, cool. Let's jump back into the charts. See what we got going down here. Okay, so we hit that 37.95 level there, and still running it. There's the breakout. That's the breakout that I was originally trying to take back over in this area here. So really, I was looking for that move right there. Big rejection off of it. Although that exact breakout was exactly what I was looking for. Look how strong that rejection is. Woo! It's just going down, down, down. Wow. From 37.96, ripping all the way down, $6. That's such a strong rejection right there. Here's the cue. Do we flip over and do we move back down towards the volume weighted average price? Because you can see this is like such a strong resistance zone. And if you really look at this, this is 37.98.25 is the high of the day. Okay, so what that really means is that 3,800 is that resistance zone. That $100 level between 3,700 and 3,800 is such a psychological area for a lot of traders that I don't have a ton of confidence that this is going to break over. We may actually see a trend reversal for a little bit. The ES is up crazy today, though. It's up 2.6%. And yesterday it was up like 2-something%. So we basically had Friday, Monday, and today where I'm pretty sure Friday was ripping, if I remember correctly, where it's just been endless upward momentum. And so, at what point are we going to see that type of pullback where we actually see a pullback all the way to like a volume and average price? I haven't seen those types of pullbacks for the last couple of days. Although that is a huge drop from 96 down to 91. It's looking like we may go bearish. We're still in the chop, though. As you can very clearly see, we're just kind of chopping through this area here. I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback, honestly. I think when markets just rip forever, to me, that just makes me nervous. Like, it doesn't make me like pumped or excited. Like, oh gosh, the market's ripping, yeah. It just makes me feel like it's gonna dump down at some point. And I think that, like, really, if you talk to a lot of experienced traders, a lot of them probably feel the same. Getting a little bit of a to hold right here. Join the bid right at 3790.25. Looking for a move up to 3792.25. Although I actually think I'm going to drop it down to 3792 flat. I'm just looking for a little bit of a pop up. We're currently up 3 or 4 ticks. I'm going to cut it right there. Just take that profit. Up 562.50 on the day. Really kind of taking it easy, taking it slow today. I think that's, but there's a 37.92. I actually think it's better to take it slow today, honestly, even though things are ripping. Okay, this is looking pretty strong though. For an entry off of 93.50. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Oh, I did. All right, entry at 93.50. And looking for a move up to 95.50. I'm going to drop that down to 94.75. Kind of a little crucial zone here. I was looking for this this 35 to hold support. Notice how the 35 and 26 are getting close together. If the 35 crosses above the 26, there's a high likelihood that we may see continued momentum to the upside. Pretty big pullback on this based off my entry. My entry is at 93.50. We're down at 91.50, so that's like 8 ticks. Which is quite a bit. It's worth like $500. Going red on the day on this. Gonna stick with scalping. 3 ticks was working out fine. Today seems like a scalping kind of day. I think that that right there, that judging the market on the day, judging it at for what it is, not being like, oh, it's gonna be insane rips or insane dips. I think just judging it on its merit of the day is really valuable, and just being able to change your strategy based on the day is really, really important. Probably gonna cut this thing pretty soon. I'm just really looking for an exit spot. We did come up to 93 when we rejected there. And what was switching over to cyan right here on this candle that we entered into has now switched to red. So that's not looking favorable. Let's pull this out just a little bit. Doji here at the bottom. We're going doji here and there. Def should have cut that right up here at 91. I'm gonna cut that now. That was really bad risk management on my part. I apologize for that. This is actually what I talk about a lot, is trading through this consolidation is something that kind of tends to trap me, that I'm working on, but so we're breaking below 50, below the 50 EMA. So we are getting what looks to be that trend reversal. We'll have to see if it breaks below this. Yeah, it's definitely breaking. Going short right there. It did just step into the Bollinger Band. That doesn't look good for a short. But we're looking for a pullback now to like 85, 37.85. Our interest is at 88. Hands over the flatten button. I want to see more breakdown here. Not getting it. Time in this candle. It's got 10 more seconds. I still feel kind of confident in this trade, but my confidence level is like, I don't know, like a 6 out of 10 on this trade. Wow. Totally ripped back up with that. We've had nothing but green days since Friday. So Friday and Monday we had really solid green days, and we were green in stocks today. Sorry if I haven't been checking in on the chat. P&L's looking not so great today, not so hot. This is looking like it's continuing to fall, which is like on the TTM side of things, which is why I haven't cut it. But we did get this bounce off this 50. That's, even thought about that too. So it's like, are we going to continue to break down over the 50? And honestly, I should have really waited for this candle, the second candle, to confirm. Because now we're looking like we're about to rip up. Cutting this. Pretty fat L. When we started the stream, we were positive. Long off 37.92. Who knows if I have it today? I don't know. Might not have it, so to speak. The juice. Dropping my sell order to 94.50. So it's within the range of the tests. I do for bullish moves. I do like that the 35 is crossing, like getting closer to the 26. That does bode well for bullish moves. Got 5 seconds left in this candle. I'm looking for 94.50. I'm at 94.25, 94. Got 94.50 on that. Down $1,000 on the day, but we did just make back almost 750. I think we made back around like 687 or something like that. It looks like 95 would have worked. 95 is such a strong resistance zone. You can see right here how many times there's rejected here. Tried here 8 different times and ended up rejection, pulling back, bouncing off 35, coming up again to test it both here and here, and now we're testing 95 again. Couple of things that are different about this test of the 95 versus the previous test of 95. Number one, the TTM is just beginning to switch now. Number two, the 35 is significantly closer to the 26 than it was prior. You can see back here when it was testing 95 and up here when it was testing 95, 35 is very far away from the 26. A lot of divergence there. As we get closer, you can see that the 35, the blue line, is actually pretty close to the 26. 26 is at 92.50, and the 35 is at 91. So they're about $1.50 apart. And we are getting a 9 crossing above the 12, and the 12 crossing above the 26. This is really solid for upward move. We are also getting a cyan switch outside of the Bollinger Band. You can see that right here with the red dot on the Bollinger Band. So the TTM, also known as Smart Squeeze on NinjaTrader, the TTM is super valuable in terms of upward moves. Joining the bid there. I'm going to drop this sell order down, though, to 98, which is the high of the day. Okay, so there's a brand new high, 98.75. Down 625 on the day. Traded 40 contracts so far, so we have to factor in our contracts to our losses as well. Our contract fees. This looks like we're going to break highs. Obviously, we did just that just now, but it does look like we're going to break over 3,800. I say that because the TTM just stepped into the Bollinger Band and went cyan. Both those two combined make a big difference. Also, we've got higher than average volume. We've got this dark blue line here for average volume, and we're seeing a little bit higher than that so far on this particular candle. You may see a pullback here. Again, we did just hit these highs. This is what happened last time we hit highs, was right here. So we hit this high on this candle and rejected pretty heavy on this candle. And then we ended up pulling back to the 9 EMA, and then eventually to the 35, and then even eventually to the 50. And now we're getting this fresh red. See if we break over 3,800. We tapped 3,800. We tapped exactly 3,800, which, like I said earlier in the stream, that is going to be a strong area of resistance. Now, some of the things that make me think that we'll break over 3,800. Number one, we had this huge period of consolidation here for about an hour and bounced several times at support while running into resistance at 37.95. Second thing, though, which I think is actually pretty valuable as well, is that the volume weighted average price has moved up steadily throughout the period of consolidation time. That means that we're taking less and less extension because now the VWAP is at 65 as opposed to around 50, and we're at 3,800. So that means we're $35 divergence instead of 50. And as you guys heard me say, I think that there's about a $50 deviation from the VWAP in either direction. Usually we drop down about $50 off the VWAP. On the ES, we tend to pop up from there, and we don't continue to make lows. Same with the highs. We tend to hit up to about $50 above the volume and average price, and then we tend to pull back. So I've seen that pretty consistently. It's just a pattern that I personally notice. And so I'd have to go back and try and find all the data that I possibly could in order to prove the theory right. But I've seen enough of my own personal experience to believe that that holds at least some validity. Just checking out the comments. Haven't been successful in finding trends in the futures markets. They seem to change on a dime. They kind of do, but they change. They're a little bit different in the way that stock trends form. So stock trends form in real time. Futures trends, in my opinion, seem to form in the future, slightly ahead of what we actually see on the SPY or what we see in stocks. So hey, that's okay if you're not feeling it, Tiny. I totally understand. Not every day is going to be like that. And frankly, today's a weird day. I mean, obviously, I'm down 625. We were up I forgot what we were up, but we were up a reasonable amount. 375 is our high of the day. We got 174.40 in fees as well. So add that to our 625. So we're actually technically down almost $800. But that's okay. because we've traded past this several times, um, where it looks like we're, you know, in a dismal spot, and then we end up, making thousands on the day, at least in the simulator. So, take a quick short. I was just looking for 3 ticks, just a quick scalp. Let me actually put this at 1 tick, because the short I actually wanted to take was already in process, and so I really kind of missed it. And it was just the timing was just off for me, my own fault. Looks like we're kind of bouncing at the 9. Yeah, I don't like that for my position. Weird trading day for me, man. Honestly. But that's okay. We've been up multiple thousands of dollars each day, so having one losing day is not a bad thing. Um, it's really not that big a deal. For a quick scalp to the upside here for 3 ticks up. Markets seem to be moving slower than I want them to. And actually, like, looking at the volume, like, the volume seems slower than I want it to be as well. So, yeah, this is a weird zone. Gonna cut it right there. I just don't have the juice today. I keep going in the wrong direction for each trade. So, being as that's the case, uh, I'm gonna suggest that I actually step back a little bit. But I do want to bring up a couple of things. First is that if you guys aren't on the mailing list, the email mailing list, make sure you guys join the email mailing list. It is the very first link in the description. The email mailing list, what that's going to do, guys, is you'll actually receive email communication from me. You'll receive a link directly to the stream, but you'll also receive other things that I don't share anywhere else. I only share them in email, and be having more of that content coming in the near future over the next 2 to 3 months. I will be taking a Christmas vacation, um, so I won't be streaming, and I'll get you those dates soon. The I want to say, let me pull up my calendar here. Um, wow, that blue reflection is so intense. um, that when I pull up the calendar, my whole face goes blue. Finally, this calendar was slow. Um, let's see, October, November, December. So I want to say it's like December 19th through like January 2nd. So it'll be like a 2 week time frame in December that I won't be streaming. So I want to communicate that stuff with you guys ahead of time, just so that you guys know what the streaming calendar looks like as well. So I'm going to take that time to work on making the channel better. I'm also going to take that time to spend with my family for the holidays and be close to them. And so that's one thing I'm looking at doing this Christmas. Trying to communicate that stuff as early in advance as I possibly can. So I like my own life to be planned ahead of time to a large degree, because I just think it just makes it easier to live, man. I don't know what y'all feel. But yeah, guys, so there's that. Uh, and then the other thing is, we just recently launched our Discord group guys, and our Discord group's growing a little bit at a time. Uh, I would have wondered where you went. Yeah, I'm not just gonna bail on it. So the next thing is our Discord group, guys. Our Discord group is brand new. We've only got a couple of members in there. But first off, I want to say thank you to all of the members that have joined so far. It's pretty small in this particular moment. Our Discord group is Optimistic Futures. And Optimistic Futures, what this Discord group is this is focused on creating an optimistic future for you guys. So this optimistic futures group is all about creating income, creating balance in our lives, and overall sort of a general emotional and financial stability that can help give you guys some independence. It's more than just futures trading. It's futures, it's stock, it's crypto, it's investing, it's trading, it is entrepreneurship, it is psychology, mindset, sharing of books. There's a lot of great books that I personally recommend, and I'll be also adding in like certain books in there that I personally am into that have changed my life. And my hope is that it could also help you guys change yours as well. So make sure you guys join in the Discord group. It is a growing community, and we hope to see you guys there. Outside of that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. If you guys want to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description and a promo code JSBEST so you guys can get the best price there. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I don't have the juice today. So, I'm just kind of like all over the board. I keep going in the wrong direction and trading through consolidation, which I know is a bad habit of mine that I'm really looking to break. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down there, guys. And I want to thank you guys for showing up. Kind of a shorter stream today, but market just stopped ripping and went sideways. So, that without volatility, it's really difficult to trade. And without having sort of a continued momentum. But right now, things are just kind of raging, going sideways. So I think it's best that I just kind of step away and not trade for the rest of the day. So, love and appreciate you guys, and we will see you tomorrow, Optimist, at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. Thanks again. Love and appreciate you. We'll see you in the Discord group. Peace.